When I think about the great champions in wrestling, the best champions ever, I think about people like Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Bret Hart, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, The Nature Boy, woo! Ric Flair, Bret Hart, Triple H, Andre the Giant, Randy Savage. Hell, even John Cena. Might not like him, but he was a great champion, man. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho. I can go on forever. I can go on forever naming champions. Those are just single champions. I didn't talk about Demolition, your tag team champions. I didn't bring up Trish Stratus or Lita, women's champions, cruiserweight champions, all kind of champions. All of them, the great champions that we love and remember, have one thing in common. For them to be considered great champions, they don't lose cleanly a lot. Okay? Which brings me to this video. The fact that in this strange age in wrestling, and yes, wrestling essentially is a strange animal altogether, it's always been. But I believe here in 2017, there are some things about the business that are strange. In particular with the WWE. And that's this idea that the champions lose clean and that it doesn't matter. Wins and losses don't matter. Whoever came up with that sorry excuse of a line of thinking, a horrible line of thinking, by the way, they should not be writing for the shows. They should not be producing anything. Because if wins and losses don't matter in wrestling, why are we doing it in the first place? Why have champions? Why even have belts? Give everybody a belt if wins and losses don't matter. Seriously. Because if the idea of being the best in whatever you're doing, whatever sport, if that is going to exist, then wins and losses have to matter. And it really pisses me off as a wrestling fan where our champions, whether it's the Cruiserweight champion or the IC champion or the European or whatever champion, but especially the world champion, loses a lot. And clean. Now, let me just say this. Am I saying that champions can't lose? No. A champion losing by countout. That's fine. That's not clean. He lost by countout and he's still champion. A champion losing by DQ. That's fine. That's not clean. He got disqualified. You didn't pin him. He got disqualified. He's still champion. A champion losing in a tag match. Well, if you're tag team champions and you lose clean, you shouldn't be tag team champions. But if you're a single champion and you lose in a tag match, that's fine. What I'm talking about, and if you don't catch anything in this video, if you haven't caught anything yet, this is the one soundbite I want you to leave with. If you are a champion and you lose one-on-one clean to an opponent, you should no longer be the champion. End of story. Period. Hulk Hogan, one of the best champions in wrestling history. Guess what? He didn't lose clean a lot. And when he did lose clean to the Ultimate Warrior, guess what? He wasn't champion no more. WrestleMania 6. Same thing goes for Bruno Sammartino. 8 years. Undefeated champion. And then when he lost the championship, guess what? When he lost clean, he wasn't champion no more. That's how it's supposed to work. And it kills me when I see, for example, on SmackDown, this past episode of SmackDown, Jinder Mahal, who is the WWE champion. To me, and this is how I look at it, the WWE Championship is the most prestigious belt in that promotion. The most prestigious, the most credible championship that company has as of right now. Okay? It's more prestigious and more important than that crappy Universal Championship. I don't even like how that looks. So, in my eyes, by giving that belt to Jinder Mahal, you are telling me that he is the top guy in the company. Or at least one of the top people. He should be the top guy, but whatever. WWE is weird like that. And I will say this too. You can still be a good champion. You can still be a credible champion by winning dirty. If you have to have help. If you have to use weapons. If you have to find technical ways to keep your belt, you can do that. That works. Heel champions are great. I love heel champions when they're done right. The idea of Jinder Mahal having all these obstacles that you have to jump over to get to him and to beat him, I think that can work. You have the Singh brothers. You have the Great Khali. Fine. I understand that. However, the one thing you should not do is create the idea that this guy should never be champion. Okay? Which is what they did this past episode of SmackDown, August 8th, 2017. Randy Orton just beats Jinder Mahal, by the way, who's Canadian. Yes, his character is from India, but he himself is a Canadian. So he beat a Canadian in Toronto, because that's exactly how you send the crowd home happy. What the hell? That's a different issue altogether, but you had your champion lose to Randy Orton. Clean. Jinder Mahal shouldn't be champion. That's how I feel. You lost clean. You shouldn't be champion no more, buddy. And this is 2 weeks before SummerSlam, where he defends the belt against Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, if he beats Shinsuke, I'm going to be upset, because it's like, wait a minute. Hold on for a minute. So, this guy who shouldn't even be champion now can all of a sudden beat Shinsuke Nakamura. That doesn't make Shinsuke Nakamura look all that good. Doesn't. At all. And so now we have an issue here. Everything just falls out of alignment. Now what do? You just create this idea that Jinder Mahal shouldn't be champion. Or he's not a credible champion. And some of you right now are, again, going off the idea that it's just one loss. It's just one loss. No! That's not how champions work. If you are going to create the idea that you are the best, the absolute best in the world, champions should not lose clean. That is paramount. And the day they lose clean, they are no longer the champion, and the person that beats them should be seen as the new best in that company, or the new best in the world, based off of what the wrestling product is presenting us to be. That is how you create and facilitate the world of wrestling that makes people care, that gets people invested, that gets people to continue watching you. Because as of right now, I mean, let's be real. When it comes to Jinder Mahal, he already had an uphill battle to fight. He really did. He came in as a jobber. He got an opportunity and all of a sudden started winning his matches, and now he's champion. I gave him a shot. Not the biggest fan of Jinder Mahal. I am not at all the biggest fan of Jinder Mahal. Please, let's get that straight. I do not have a Jinder Mahal t-shirt in my closet. But I did give him a chance. I did want to see what kind of a heel champion he could be, because I did like the concept. You know, he kept winning his matches. And anytime he came close to losing, he still didn't, because he found a way to win. Technically. Champions win. And I do think he was able to somewhat create the idea of being a strong champion. Yeah, that died very quickly. Because all it takes is one loss. You know? Think about some of the best fighters in the world. Think about Mike Tyson. Master KO artist. Undefeated for a long time. Lost a match. What happened to his stock? Pew! Done. I mean, yes, not every artist, not every fighter is going to win every single freaking bout. You're not supposed to. You're human. Eventually, you have to lose. That's how you grow. I get that. I'm not talking about, going completely undefeated for the rest of your life. I'm talking about being a champion. I'm talking about the idea that when you hold that strap, you are telling the world that you are one of the best in that promotion, that you are one of the best wrestlers to ever do it. And this is why I believe championships, especially in WWE, lose value. Why they're seen as straps, as belts, as props. Because the people that hold those straps aren't the best. They aren't the top of the bracket. They're just people holding straps. And the reason why people feel that way is because they lose a lot. They lose clean. Not even dirty or, counter or anything. They just lose clean. You lose clean, you're not champion. And that needs to change. I want to start seeing some more credible champions, especially in WWE. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing people like Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, and hopefully not Shinsuke Nakamura, but Jinder Mahal and many other champions in the past. Miz, I can sit here all day and name them all. I am sick of seeing champions lose clean and then remain champion and then go out and say that they're still the best in the world. No, you lost clean. You're not the best in the world anymore, sir. You shouldn't even be holding that belt. Right now, that championship is a prop. Shawn Michaels said this, and I hold so much respect for Shawn Michaels, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But what he said was very, very true. The man makes the championship. The title doesn't make the man. The moment this guy, the man, loses clean, from that point forward, it's the title trying to make the man, and that's never going to work. And until people in the business nowadays understand that and stop having your champions lose clean and then expect people to take them seriously, you're always going to struggle making people care. Seriously. So when it comes to Jinder Mahal, I think he's done. He needs to lose that belt at SummerSlam, buddy. I think it's time he does. Hey, that's what happens. If you're asking me, is there a way to recover from having a champion lose clean? I don't think there is. And that, talking about Orton and Jinder Mahal real quickly, just to kind of close this out, what obsessed me about that match is that there were so many things you could have done to protect Jinder Mahal. For example, Jinder Mahal, let's say he was going to lose. Fine, you want Randy Orton to beat Jinder. Okay. Let's just say when Jinder Mahal was going for his finisher, Shinsuke Nakamura's music hits. He gets distracted, RKO, 1, 2, 3. Okay, look, in that instance, we can still protect Jinder. Because you can say, if Jinder wasn't distracted, he could have won the match. It wasn't a clean victory, he was distracted. Okay? You can still protect him that way. Flip it. You say you wanted to protect Orton. Fine. Have Rusev come out, help Jinder beat Randy Orton, assist him in beating Randy Orton. Randy Orton is protected. Your champion still looks strong, goes on the face Shinsuke Nakamura at SummerSlam. You keep the momentum going for everybody. That is what you have to do to protect your champions. That's what was done with Hogan, with Rock, with Austin, with Flair, with many other wrestlers. Okay? But it can never be what we saw this past SmackDown. Because that is how you kill champions. So to me, Mahal's dead as WWE champion. So go ahead and get that belt off of him. But do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, I know some of you are gonna plug your ears. La 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 la. You're just a wrestling fan. You know nothing about wrestling. You don't know what you're doing. Blah 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 blah. Fine. But people with sense, people who know and love and appreciate what real wrestling is, you're listening. I know you are. I love you for that. Give me your thoughts about this. You talk about this down below in the comments. How do you feel about champions looking strong? If this is the first time you're watching me, please click that subscribe button. Please like the video. Please click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook. Check out all my social media links down below. Patreon, PayPal, Pro Wrestling Tees. Buy the Deluxe Man t-shirt. And then I guess I will catch you all in my next video. Thank you guys for watching, making me a part of your day. But this is your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off in Deluxe Man's world. Peace out.